have been doing and police. There's somebody that they call the #1 court leader in River State. The people seems to have protested to the police and all that. Now it seems they have killed him. I kind of want to add it to that Rivers report. 2 reports from River State there, right? After Wike. Do you mind? Please.
Right now, I'm so excited. Even the community are so excited because this young man has been terrorizing the community for the past years with the effort of tracking him down. But we are happy today that the feat has been achieved. David Moses has been a terrorist. He's a serial killer, a kidnapper, an arsonist. So he's noted for, he's a notorious criminal that does not support to live. Thank God for the police.
To me, today has been a day that God has decided to make us happy because they are our brothers. Like I was here since around 1 o'clock till now, and I saw some old women, men and children. They are celebrating. A lot of persons have been happy because they have left their community. Some of them have been suffering, but today we are happy. We are celebrating. We are really happy. We are happy that he's dead. And well, according to them, they said his name is Solution, and he's also called Obiakpor, which is his maternal home, where he has been terrorizing. So that's his name. That's the little. We don't even know him, but according to the information we gathered from people and the security men that came back today, they said he has been there since 2017. All this while, he killed a lot of persons. That up to even a pastor that he killed. That was the reason why that they were touched. He killed the pastor and his family. So people have been trying to feed the children, about 7 children that the pastor has and other families. So today, yeah, look at him here now. He's a very small boy by age. He's a small boy, but what he does is he doesn't allow people. According to what we heard, that the company around and people around, when the mail and other business in that environment has not been going through. But today now, I believe they'll be going back home. So people have been drinking, we are celebrating. So we thank Nigerian police. Although, sincerely speaking, a lot of us lost confidence in them after the death of Bako, but they have brought back hope and peace. So we are happy. We are very happy. We thank Nigerian police and we thank Commissioner DC for giving us the mandate again to believe. Auda is free a little now. For the past some months now, I should say, we've been moving. We can stay outside till 12 in the night. So we are happy.
I'm indeed very happy. Even if the killer was from Ahoda West local government area and he was killed in Ahoda West local government area. But we do know that cultists in Ahoda East and Ahoda West local government area, do things together. So that this one has been brought down today means that, criminality will reduce in our own local government area. So I want to commend the IG, I want to commend the Commissioner of Police, and I want to commend the officers of the Nigerian Police Force for what they are doing for us in Expesses land.
We have been having series of attacks from this general, so-called general that had just been killed, General Deveke, alias Solution. He has been on the wanted list since 2016, close to about 10 years. He has been a serial killer. A lot of people have died through his hands. Nobody can fish, nobody can go to the farm because of this man. He is a kind of the king of the jungle. He comes to town in Ahoda West, in Ibia local government, Ibia clan, to be precise. The clan has been deserted, the community has been deserted. Because anybody who comes around, he kills and escapes at will. He does everything he wanted. So he has been on the wanted list of police for close to 10 years. We are so happy that today, officers of this command, led by the DPO personally, went after him, laid siege, and luckily for us, he has been got. So this is the end of the era of General Solution.
What shall I say unto the Lord? Yes, Lord. All I have to say, thank you.
All I have to say is thank you, Lord. It doesn't matter how you say it. If you are somebody who once or who grew up or who once lived in communities that are not cities, or you grew up in some of those communities and you have these local terrorists that everybody is afraid of, okay? And maybe due to the little you know, someday they will come around and say they just engage with the police and they have been killed, and suddenly everybody will just feel like, sanity will be brought back now. Somebody was asking, was his death going to bring back sanity? Maybe temporarily. Because apart from terrorism in Nigeria, the other people that I have not told you much about, and I think I should be telling you much about, is the pandemic of cultism in Nigeria. It is a pandemic. And I'm talking about, you could barely even tell who, I mean, you know, usually you say those who are in higher institutions are those who are, prone to join cultism, Abi. No, you are wrong. Now, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is a cultist, and you shouldn't try to find out. If you go to River State in Port Harcourt and all these areas, and they say, who dare you? If I ask you now, I say, who dare you? Do you know the meaning? Eh? Do you know the meaning? No? Me too. I don't know the meaning. There are some of these slangs I see online and I just feel like, oh, more. Person will have to go back to school to understand how to respond, because if you don't respond well, if it costs you your life, the pandemic of cultism, male, female, drug abuse, like I'm talking about at a record level. You get? If a cultist hold you now and say, hey, who dare you? If you don't know what, like I just told you, Abi, they ask you, say, who dare you? I don't know. I think that simply means that who are you? I'm not sure. Don't listen to me, because I don't know the meaning. If they will lay me too, who dare you? I will just be like, about speak the language you understand. And that will be come out my left ear. The pandemic of cultism in Nigeria. We need to even shed more light on that. It is a pandemic. I'm talking about crisis where people will behead themselves. About poor children versus poor children, no, they will behead themselves. And they'll put the head on a spike and put them at visible areas where people will see them. They will cut themselves, they'll cut the head of, they will cut themselves heads, right? And they'll put them in a sack and then they post it to the family of the people that they have killed and say, yeah, take delivery. That's another pandemic after terrorism in Nigeria. In fact, every cultist in Nigeria should actually be tried for terrorism. Is that too much? I'm telling you that they are brutal. Brutal, like brutal. You do not want to find out. And it is no longer in schools now. If Okada man carry you, speak the language to you, and you are not like the Esiwe Sabi. That's another pandemic out there. The other one is the restiveness that comes with lack of opportunity for the young people. The oil-producing region, the place where the golden goose that lays the golden eggs for Nigeria, the people from that part of Nigeria had to steal their own crude oil to survive. You can't believe that. So yeah, the NSCDC armed to the teeth, followed by the AIT crew. The credit for this video goes to AIT, by the way, okay? And this is what they did in that same River State, where Wike was throwing tantrum earlier. Let's go back to that. Stay in River State again.
In a convoy, journalists and men of the Special Anti-Vandalism Squad of the Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps drove from the command's office in Port Harcourt to Odagwa community and hit the forest where the refining sites were after an hour drive. Inspection of the sites took immediate effect as journalists were conducted round the pipelines and warheads where the alleged illegal operators vandalized the facilities of one of the multinational oil companies, lay pipelines underground, linking it to its equipment for the siphoning of crude oil. In the course of conducting news with Rant, many story points and refined sites of crude oil were displayed
See for
before
yourself,
pressmen.
this is the receiver. This is where the product is now ended, and from here they can now export out of this vicinity to their would-be suppliers or buyers.
The NSCDC River State Command spokesperson Ayodele gave a comprehensive details of the discovery.
This is Odagwa community in Eche local government of River State. 5 suspects have been arrested presently while others at large. They were arrested for vandalizing the wellhead of Harris Energies. They tapped into the wellhead using different holes, different pipes.
Some of the suspects who were arrested said they went into the venture because of the fast cash out.
We don't have a specific amount that we pay. It's what to work out.
Like for today now, if you succeeded, how much will you be paid?
I can work out it by your strength. You can earn up like 40,000, 50,000.
So why do you join this occupation?
I just see it as a easy way to live a life.
As the squad with journalists moved from one point to another, more refining sites were discovered.
Over there is the refining pot there where they cook the crude oil. As we are approaching the refining site, we heard some persons running away, suspected to be the illegal operators. The commandant has reassured Nigerians, Rivers people, that the NSCDC is ready to address the issue of illegal bunkering in River State and in the Niger Delta region. Mahmoud Jerry, AIT News, H.
Since them born me, I have been seeing the Nigerian police, Nigerian Army, Nigerian Air Force, NSCDC, even politicians, exposing oil bunkering and those who are doing illegal refineries in Niger Delta since them born me. Since the day I knew how to pronounce up NEPA. You know that time when you are going to be that you know that way you're like a tata, you're like a papa, mama. Up pepper, like that. Probably I was maybe 1.5 years old. I don't know. See, they bust. People where they do illegal, they call them illegal, refinery, illegal this, illegal that in Niger Delta. This is 2024. We will make sure we hand all the people doing illegal this, illegal that. It's all lies. All right? Just for the media, right? Everybody is trying to milk whatever they can milk from that system, as they can see the big fish coming in and taking the bulk of these resources for themselves, and they are left with nothing. It's unfortunate, isn't it? So I feel like we said something about the epidemic of cultists earlier. Some of you are retired cultists. Some of you know the meaning of who goes you. I said, who dare you? But now, don't tell me, say, now who goes you? I don't even talk the meaning inside the comment section. Now, that is how we have to do some deliverance of some of you, too. Some of you are like a retired cultist. If we need a tutorial now for the coming generation about this pandemic, we will need some of you to sign up. We need your experience and experiences in this matter. So, yeah, are you not reading their comments? I took my time to go and read some comments. There was I by making no church. In temple, inside this temple, we get retired cultists. I be some of you read them online. So we have a lot of work to do on all of us anyway. So going forward, we have seen what is happening in there. But here is the last time when the Nigerian government said they have launched a manhunt for the escaped, what do you call it, for the escaped Binance executive in their custody. Remember that, right? Just for the record. Listen.
There is now a widespread manhunt on him. The Interpol has also been contacted, and government is optimistic that this individual will be brought to book very soon. And those who were charged with the responsibility of keeping him in custody have also been arrested, and they have been questioned. And as more information as regards that is available, it will be made available to Nigerians.
For us in revenue, it doesn't matter because we are dealing with company, not individual. So irrespective of where they are in the world, we have what it takes to make sure that they come and they comply with our law. So it doesn't matter whether the man is here or anywhere in the world. As long as we have Binance, there is no way they will escape the compliance matter that we file against them. So
there is now.
If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Yeah, it is successful again. A town hall different from Bulaba.
Blue. So let's take calls, okay? I'm going to go try and then have a fresh tea, which will take me like about 2 minutes to get back, okay? But if you have to go, well, it's all right. Just make sure you like the broadcast before you leave, all right? That's to show that you are here. And if you really want to be part of this as well, which is the other part of this conversation, the number to call is right there on your screen. Thank you. And I want to say a big thank you to all of you as well who have been really, really supporting this platform in your own way. Seriously, right? None of them is taken for granted, okay? Thank you once again. I will be back in a minute or two if you are still going to be here. Call you. Carry me they go, Joe. Carry me they go.
70 years old man. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Woman, is that you?
Thank you. And you are welcome back again. So the line is already buzzing, and I think I have my first caller already tonight. Hello there.
Hello, my Yegon General. Good evening to you and the Temple of Truth.
The African Wahala. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing very well, my dear brother. How are you?
Very well, too. Thanks for asking.
Yes, yes. Man, I had to jump in this evening to express my thoughts on the entire presentation. Shout out to Senegal, my African Senegals. Congratulations to you guys. We all understand that there is no perfect country in the world, and nobody is expecting perfection from any society. Well, reasonable people are not expecting perfection. But the mere fact that the Senegalese institutions could kick in and implement the check and balancing between the legislative and the executive arm of government, that shows that there is a little bit of hope. And the message to my fellow victims of the evil contraption, a lot of us genuinely, and this is genuine, okay? A lot of us genuinely don't even know our rights in the society. We don't know the functionalities of the government. And that's why the clown, Sani, can be making statements like, oh, you don't have to know how they were rescued. Forget about that. Don't worry, the army is the one you should be asking that question. No, in a real society where you are a real citizen, you should have the ability to ask those types of questions. But clearly, we can see the level of arrogance between the Nigerian politicians and the Senegalese counterparts. In Senegal, when Macky Sall was trying to implement the new French stooge to take over him, the Supreme Court came in and said, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to set the date for the actual elections. And they did. And the young guys came into power. We are happy. Now, nobody is saying those young guys are going to be perfect. Nobody is saying those young guys are going to turn Senegal into heaven. No. But at least there is hope in the system. And that system was able to do the right thing. And that's not what we are asking for. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah, in addition as well, they can no longer wholly blame the older generation anymore. Their destiny is now in their hands. Okay? How they make it, how they run it is now in their hands. That's some real privilege, Baba. And they earn it.
Honestly. I mean, I wish we could have that situation, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen in Nigeria. It's not. Because even the Nigerians don't know how a country is supposed to be run, and they have no idea what their rights and responsibilities are as citizens. That's why they call these politicians daddy. And that's why these politicians call them, oh, my children, on national TV. Then let's go to Togo. Togo, congratulations to Togo for implementing the parliamentary system of government. What they have proven is that their institutions are also strong. I mean, even though the Nyansigbe family has been in power for 50-something years, about 50. So the son, Fao, has been in power for 19 years. His father was in power for 40-something years. Right. So those guys have been in power altogether for about 55 years. One family. But even within the state capture of Togo by the Nyansigbe family, their Supreme Court, or whatever system they used to implement this change in their constitution, still stands on top. And that just shows that any society where individuals, human beings, are less powerful than institutions, they have hope. Unfortunately, Nigeria does not have that situation, and it's never going to have that situation. It's not. We don't need to waste our time. I don't need to be explaining why it won't. I mean, we all have seen what has been going on in Nigeria for so long. It's easy to come. It's easy to come to a conclusion that it's never going to happen. So I just thought I chipped in. Sorry to my young brother there that was bunkering oil in Bayelsa State. He was interviewed. They asked him how much he was making. He said he was making 40,000 naira, which is like, I don't know, $4 or something.
Maybe $30.
It's crazy. Something like that. You know, it's just unfortunate that the people are treated this bad for taking the same crude oil that these criminal politicians steal as well. The criminal politicians, they steal the crude oil, they use it to do whatever they want, they don't
It's
get
only the
punished
small
because
fries
they
that
are
are
bigger.
paraded in front of cameras.
Exactly.
Thank you so
That's
much,
it.
Africa One.
So, yeah, thank you, my good general. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm glad
Yes,
you
sir.
said something there about people in Niger Delta. When you use the word people, right? It reminded me of I was going to send our condolences to our people in Maryland, Baltimore in Maryland, in the US. What is the name of that bridge that collapsed again? I screenshotted it so I won't forget. It's called the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Yeah, there is a major bridge that collapsed in Baltimore in Maryland in the United States of America last night. It was hit by a ship. And then it's a bridge where you had cars on the bridge. The entire bridge collapsed. Plus the traffic on the bridge, everything collapsed inside the water. So the fire departments were trying to get everybody out. And in this one, I know that I probably do have a lot of us there from Maryland who are also members of this platform, which means the news is all over your TV since last night. So it will be of, it will be of no kind of the nature of us, right? Not to share in your time of grief, okay? I can only imagine what it is like in your city right now, especially a lot of people who come from, who watches from the US. I have another caller on the line.